She's getting ready to get her champagne wishes, getting ready to get her caviar dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hall of Fame, the lovely Trish Stratus. What's going on, Trish?
How's it going? I got a proper entrance and everything. Look at this music playing. And How are you, my friend?
Look, this is a real show. This ain't like one of them podcasts. All
This
them
ain't no
suckers.
podcast. That's what you wrote in your
This
message,
is
too.
real here. This is late night radio on ESPN 97.5 with Booker T and Brad Gilmore and producer of all producers, DJ Jerry Heller in the house. But hey, it ain't about us tonight, Trish. It's all about you. How you doing?
I am doing good. I just put my training on hold. I'm actually at the ring right now, just getting that ring rust off. You know what I'm saying?
Man, get that ring rust off. Me and Brad, we were just talking about that. I had a match about 5 months ago, and man, at certain times in that match, I was talking to myself. And not just talking to myself. I was talking to God. You know, I was like,
Oh, geez, don't tell me that.
I was like, why am I here? You know what I mean? But you, Trish, you know what I mean? Motherhood. Now, how's motherhood treating you?
Oh, motherhood is great. It's I'm not sure actually what's harder now that I've gone back to the WWE in the last 2 weeks. The road schedule there or motherhood. It's a tough one to figure out because boy, that's been difficult to balance the two. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's great. We just got back from a cottage. We had our a week away and just spend this down. You know how it is with the kids. You watch them grow up. They're getting bigger, and it's everything. It's your whole life, and it's pretty. I love it. It's like I'm well suited for this role. Put it that way.
Man, I tell you, being away from it, for quite some time, we always say time off, is your worst enemy, and now you're jumping, right back into that cooker, man, right back. I mean, come on, this is SummerSlam. This is big. Everybody's gonna be watching. All eyes on Trish Stratus. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Don't add any pressure, folks. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, geez.
Brad, are you trying to psych me out or what?
I know. What is going on here?
No, you know what? Pressure, is what this thing, I always say, man, the butterflies, she's going to have butterflies, but it's all about getting those butterflies to line up and fly straight. That's what it's all about. And I think Trish has all the ability to actually be able to go out there and do that. Trish, you literally was, the one that put the Diva era on the map, and now you're going against, Charlotte Flair, who's, I consider the best of this era.
For sure.
How do you feel going into a match like this? Because this is the ultimate dream match.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm doing this. I don't know. It's my last match, and as you say, we walk away from it, but then you come back and you get the chance to dabble, and I dabbled certainly with Royal Rumble, and of course then Evolution, and it's starting. Of course, as your age is coming, and it's just progressing every year, it just keeps happening. These birthdays keep coming. It was kind of like, wow, I may not, like someone had said something like, that could be your last match. And I was like, so my last match is a tag match. I mean, I just feel like it wasn't, I was never a tag, I was always a singles performer. And so, I don't know, it was just serendipitous when this kind of opportunity suddenly, it was the office was calling me to say, hey, SummerSlam's coming up in a month. Can you do an autograph signing to promote it? So it's funny, I knew they were like, we're tapping into the Toronto talent, Toronto zone to do to promote the show. And I laughed and I said, you're not going to call me the week before and give me a match, haha, as a joke. And then I actually went away and thought, but if there's going to be a moment, this is going to be it. If you really want to have your final moment and at this point, at this age too, I've, done what I can do. And I don't know how much longer I can. I always want to give 110%. I never want to go back and be like, I'm giving you my best 80, guys. Okay, enjoy it. So, we got, what I've done, fine. And then Charlotte Flair to be exactly where she's at in her career. And it being in Toronto, being SummerSlam, the second biggest pay-per-view of WWE, it was just serendipitous. It was like, this is the moment. And so I think it's just like everything that the timing it felt right. And I as soon as the match was made, I hopped in the ring. I've been in the ring, doing these night sessions, between momming. and you probably know this, you're surprised at your body and quite happy because you're like, oh, you still know how to do this. Good for you. It's going to be, I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's going to be really special. And to do it for my friends and family just means all that much more as well.
Is it one of those things too, I was watching Serena Williams, after she had her baby,
Yeah.
she wanted to come back and win Wimbledon. You know what I mean? Right
Yeah.
after,
As a
right?
statement.
I mean, as a statement,
Right.
she didn't do it, but she made a hell of a run at it, man.
Yes.
Is it one of those things to to say, hey, look at the little ones, look at mommy go out here and do her thing, and hey, this is what life is all about. Don't have any glass ceilings. You could do whatever you want to do.
100%, and it's also about like, and you can talk to Sharmel about this. When you become a mom, that's like your entire world,
Yeah.
which obviously rightfully so. But I mean, sometimes you lose you, right? You don't know who you are anymore because you're just this mom. And it's even like sometimes when I walk around in my mom bun and I do my thing and I do the appearance, I'm like, I can't be Trish, and then you do the spray tan and boom, you're there. but there was a little bit of that for me. It was like a personal thing for me. Like, can I do this? Do I still got it? And like, I had to kind of dig deep and find, I don't know, my inner Trish Stratus, if you will, to sort of see like, is she still in there? And like tap, 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 and each week being out there and performing and being in front of the crowd and feeling it, and then just getting into it and feeling the storyline and the emotions start to happen. And last week. Not last week. Oh my gosh, it was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday. Monday,
I'm a
a
little
couple
tired,
of days
boys.
ago.
Okay, I got up a little early this morning. You're on my 5th interview today, just so you know. Okay, that's it. I just, I felt it. I was really, there's that intensity, and you just like, I don't know, she tapped into something for sure for me, as a performer, even just like igniting me again. And I always, like I said, I thrive on challenge. So to come and like kind of just challenge myself, can I do this? And I don't know if it's even about proving it to my kids or like, to the fans. It really is kind of proving it to me at this point. That's what I want to do. And then hopefully, just naturally that I'll prove it to myself, and then everyone else will be happy as well. But I'm excited. I like I said, I thrive on challenge. And this to me is like, you couldn't get any bigger than this as far as, challenge. And also just to have that finality. This feels like a good time or, moment to just go, it doesn't get any better than this moment. I'm going to walk away from this, and have that final match.
When I see Booker Trish, when I see him train some of the people at reality wrestling, I can see sometimes in his head, oh, he's thinking about, oh, man, I could have a good match with this guy. Or, oh, man, I really would like that. When you would watch Charlotte, on television, not, when you weren't active, you were watching her on TV kind of coming up, were you thinking, were your gears turning in your head, man, I could actually have a really good match with Charlotte?
I not really. A little bit. It was out of my head as far as coming back to wrestle. I kind of never really thought about it. I was happy. Like, what I really saw was these girls doing this amazing thing that I feel like me and the girls back in the day we worked for. Like, this is all the things we wished we had, and that we were like hoping would change for the future. So to see them doing these things, and then to see how seasoned they are coming right out of the gate was just like, wow, great. It made us so happy. In the WrestleMania match with the girls, the main event, Amy and I watched it together. That was just was like, yes, like, it was like, we did it. We had nothing to do with that match, but we did it. You know what I mean? It was kind of that moment. All those girls are just incredible. And then it just sort of struck me at this time. It was just a recent thing that struck me to like, I never thought of myself getting in the ring with her. And it would be told to me like panels, Booker, we do the circuit, we do
yeah.
Right, we do the panels, and there's these questions, and what's the dream match, and who would you take on? And I always throw it back to them, like, who would you want to take on? It's the question I always get. I throw it back to them, and I say, who would you want to see me go? Or they say, you're going to come out of retirement. I was like, okay, maybe, but who would I come and fight? That's the question, right? Because I didn't really have an answer for that. And it was a lot of the times it was Charlotte. It was like the queen of her era, and you're the queen. No one could beat you. And I was like, okay, so that was always sort of like in the back of my head. And like I said, when the moment came up with just where Charlotte was at, and then with SummerSlam being at where it was meant to be.
I talk about it all the time, with Brad. I talk about it with my students, on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. A moment is something that you can't get back.
Yeah.
And this is one of those times. You know what I mean? If you was to pass this moment up, who's to say that you would ever get a chance to get this moment ever again? It may not come back, and for you to actually capitalize off of it, man, I think it's pretty awesome. You talk about your training and getting back in there, taking bumps. I know after I had that match 5 months ago.
Yeah.
I couldn't move for about 3 days.
I'm sure I'm exactly going to be just like that. positive. Positive I'm going to be asking. The hubby's going to be doing the car runs, the pickups, the whatever, the going to piano. I'm not doing that for 3 days. I need off. That's the only way I could do this, for sure.
But after the soreness went away, I honestly said, man, I feel pretty good. I actually in my mind thought I might have another run left.
Right. Of course. I'll tell you what. I had that moment after Evolution. We had that great tag match, and someone got in my ear about Trish Stratus and Ronda Rousey, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's talk about this. And you kind of get excited, and you think, I did it. I did it tonight. I was out there doing it, And then what happened was after Evolution, we were in New York, and they asked me to be on Raw, so we did a cute little thing with all the girls. I got to get in with my girl Natty, which was kind of cool. And, people I've never been in there with before. And so they're like, okay, after Evolution, we're going to fly you on that. We got a private, chartered plane, and we're going to take you to Charlotte, and then we'll do this match. Great, right? So after the match, everyone's still at the building. It's taking forever. There's a bus. The flight's done. Everyone misses it, but it's a charter. It's private. It's fine. We all haul ass there. We get there, and then there's private security because the customs and all that. Oh, whatever. It's all shut down. We have to do this. So it took literally hours, right? And then we flew. We waited for the cars. We got to our hotel room. I got to my hotel room 6 a.m. I'm sitting there on the bed, eating Doritos because that's all I've eaten all night. And I went, nope, don't need it. That's good.
Yeah. Snap back to reality real quick, right?
I mean, because that's also the big part of it, right? Those moments are incredible. And oh my gosh, I quoted Harley Race last night, and I said that, the greatest moment in the world is to be under these bright lights. And absolutely it is. But there's also those dark lights in those dark, gas stations you're pulling in at 4 a.m. to get your gas, just to get to that hotel room so you can get a couple hours.
I totally know exactly what you're talking about right there. That's the part, people don't see. They see the part on television. They see how glamorous it really could be, but they really don't know how hard of, the job really is, how much, entails, that 24 hours. It's a monster. Like you say, getting on a flight, going from one place to the next, getting there early in the morning, there's no food, you finish late, all the restaurants are closed, you know what I mean? Or you're in a rental car, you're driving somewhere. That part right there, I don't miss at all. People ask me, hey, Book, you think you're gonna get back in there? I go, man, I've scratched every itch. But I do say if I had a chance to have a moment like this, even now at 54 years old, because I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm just saying. No, I would say I would jump on it, man. I would jump on it in a heartbeat, unless it was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I want to skip that one.
I'd have to rethink that one.
But, last thing for me, Trish, I know you said here already it's your final match, but, Booker told me that 4 years ago before he did this match. It seems like wrestling retirements are kind of a real loose, real fluid kind of term. I mean, do you see it? Is there any possibility down the road, if you do get in there, have one of those, 5-star Mac Classics with Charlotte? Do you see the little bit of glimmer? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, maybe I could do this a couple more times if the company calls me? Or you're just saying, no matter what the offer is, I'm done?
I just don't think you could offer me something that's as, that can trump this. That's a great mark to leave on. You know what I mean? It's perfect, right? Everything from Charlotte, Flair to SummerSlam to Toronto. Everything about it is perfect. So I don't think so. I mean, listen, Sasha Banks, I would love to face her. I've always thought about, we had a great moment at the Royal Rumble, and fans to this day are like, no, it shouldn't be Charlotte and Trish, it should be Sasha. So we literally had a 5-minute, moment where I just, shook my butt, basically. And that's the moment, as we talk about moments, right? But they still, and I would love to wrestle her, but it just, then you got to do a program, and you got to do, there was just something about, Stratus versus Flair could have just gone on the marquee almost. It almost didn't even need a build. It was just this. Yeah. You get what's happening. It's kind of like Rock Hogan, right? I'd dare I say, but it's kind of generation versus generation, and it's such a unique scenario. And the interesting thing, which I think is so cool, we have this peaks interest in this matchup that's not even a championship match. I think that's cool and a testament to both of our characters and also just what fans can expect from either one of us. And I think it's cool. It's kind of a unique scenario for sure.
Well, I tell you, the world's going to be watching. I'll be there. I'll be cheering for you. I know you.
Yes,
I know you're going to go out there and do a bang up, knockout job. That I'm not.
thank you.
I'm not worrying about that or anything like that. But I tell you, anything. But you want to tell the fans before we let you go.
Oh, just as I have always done my entire career, I'm going to go out there and give it 110%. Not that 80. I'm not going to bring that 80. 110%. And I just, it's something, as I've been working with these guys here. They've been coming in the nighttime, and because we're like, look at us sitting here at 11 o'clock at night. I've had an entire day.
Yeah.
I've parented. I've gone to my office. I've done work, but yet we're here at like 11:30. It's whatever time, and I'm going to get back in the ring for another half an hour at least, because you know what? I love wrestling. Like, we love wrestling, and I love doing it. It's my craft. It will forever be a part of me, and so I feel blessed to have this opportunity, and that the fans have embraced me and allowed me to come back and said, yes, we want you to do this. We want to see this from you. So I just thank them, and I'm going to give them my everything, and we'll see. I mean, let's see what goes down. I hope we don't have Bizarro World on Sunday, and I'm going to be like, no, I'm from Toronto, man. They're going to boo me like, Toronto's known for like a little backwards
Nah,
moments.
they're waiting
I got to
for
like
this.
call in Drake to walk me the ring or something.
Yeah.
To like ensure that I got maximum probability.
Yeah, right. Nah,
You don't want that Drake curse stuff.
Nah, you ain't got to do that. Seriously, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna do great. Like I said, I'm gonna be there. The world's gonna be watching. It's gonna be stratisfaction all around the building.
Yes.
And I want to thank you so much for. I know you've been training. I know you've been busy like crazy, but to take a moment to step inside the Hall of Fame, I love you, girl. I really appreciate you.
Oh, I love you too, and I'm always there for you, my friend.
I know.
And we are from the best class of ever.
Heck
I call it
yeah,
Hall of Fame
man.
class ever.
That
so
is.
things, we have that forever.
Hey, go out, take care of your business, and I appreciate you, girl. Talk to you.
Thanks, guys. We'll
Thanks,
talk to you
Trish.
soon.